Hello everyone, welcome back to Cheat Codes, and today we are going to make a XP system for the game. It's not going to be complicated at all, nothing insane or anything cool. It's just to get this out of the way. I just want to get it started since we're going to soon start working on those things like leveling up, getting upgrades, stuff like that. It's going to be a very simple one, even simpler than stuff like Vampire Survivors and the other ones, Potato, all those games. Enemies will not be dropping like an orb on the ground and you walk in range to pick it up. I can do it like that, and I might change it to that in future, but for now it's basically just going to be an enemy drops XP and it goes to the player and they gain XP. It's not going to be any fancy sits on the ground and waits. So yeah, very simple. And after this episode, we'll get into some visual effects just to make the game look a little bit nicer, and then we'll get into the really nitty-gritty stuff. I feel like taking a little break and working on visuals makes the experience a little easier, because this bloom is not enough anymore. Need a little bit more than that. So we're going to start with any enemy scripts folder. We're going to make a script called enemy drops, whatever you want to call it. This will just be the script that contains everything of dropping things, like if they drop an item, health up, how much XP they drop, all those things. And it's just going to be a very simple one. Again, nothing complicated today. And the way this all is going to work is very simple. So enemy health, just chuck it on that. No, not enemy health, sorry. Enemy drops, chuck it on there. And then for the player, I think we'll keep his levels and stuff and the actual stats. I think that's the easier thing to do here. So we're going to close these health bars. And let's open up the player stats here. So yeah, I mean, I think we can keep the level in here, the levels. I think that's a fine way to do it. And we'll open up the enemy drops. So for now, it's just going to be a very simple thing. A public float XP. XP amount. That's just how much XP it'll drop. And well, that's it really. We'll do this. It's a very simple thing, and that is on destroy the XP. It'll drop XP. We can do this, or we can go into the actual enemy health and give them something like this. Like, just before he destroys, he should go get component, enemy drops, and then make a function in here called like public void drop XP. Dot drop XP. We can do that, but no, we're just going to have it on destroy in the actual script, so we don't have too many things referencing each other, just to keep it a little bit more clean. But that is a way to do it if you want to do it like that instead, but we're just going to use on destroy. So on destroy, and then we're just going to say, well, we need the thing as well. Public game object XP clump. This will just be the ball of XP, or whatever you want to call it. For now, it's just going to be a little circle, but in the future we'll change things, make it a little nicer. Let's see how that goes. So let's make this XP clump quickly. We'll have to make another script in here. Let's make another folder actually and call this entities. So this will just be things that are like, I don't know if I spell entity right. I did spell it right, I'm a genius. This will just be things like, what's it called? Like health ups, XP drops, just anything the player like touches and gains. Anything like things in the world that aren't like the player or an enemy. It's just other stuff. We'll just call it XP orb. Oh, let's just call it XP clump because we call the other thing clump. So XP clump. Give that a sec. So yeah, it'll take an XP clump. And what we're going to do is we're going to say instantiate XP clump transform dot position transform dot rotation. Doesn't really matter. All that does not really matter. Yeah, that is that done actually. Oh, sorry, we also need to do this. Game object XP dropped equals, and we should go XP dropped dot. We haven't made it yet. In here, so up here XP clump script, and here we will go public float held XP. Okay, and then we will have a on trigger enter, because it's going to be a trigger, so it doesn't interact with things. On trigger enter if call dot game object dot try get component. You go like this, player controller, out player controller, player controller. Oh, actually, we're gonna do the XP one. So no, player stats. Sorry, player stats and player stats. There we go. And then we're gonna do player stats dot. And then here we're gonna have any player stats. We're gonna keep this separate from everything else. Let's make a lot of space here. We'll have public float XP, public float next level XP. Actually, next level requirement. Actually, we could just do level up requirement. I think that's simpler. And public end level. So what level is. And then in here we're gonna have a void, public void, function, sorry, public void, gain XP. And we're gonna have another one, public void level up. Sorry, it should be capital. Up. And then we're gonna have one last thing, and that'll be a private float level up. Actually, requirement increase. That'll be how much it goes up every time. And in here, the gain XP will take and float. Float gained XP. And yeah, that should be it. So in the XP clump, I'm going to go play stats dot gain XP. And then how much? Held XP. So this is just saying, so the XP clump has its XP, right? So let's say it's 20, and it tells the player stats to gain XP. And it gives the value, which is a float right here, how much it gains. Okay, very simple. So that's that done. And then enemy drops in here. XP dropped dot get component XP clump dot held XP equals XP amount. So we set it in the enemy. The enemy tells the XP clump how much to hold, like when it instantiates it, and then the XP clump, when it touches the player, tells the player how much XP to gain. And now we do this. XP plus equals gained XP. We can also have something in here, public float XP multiplier, and we can do times 1 plus XP multiply. So very simple. It's the exact same as all the other stuff. And yeah, so this is just in case you have a it's called if you want the player to like gain more XP off like a stat or something. We might do that. We might just leave it, or yeah, we'll see. And then we will do if XP is greater than or equal to the level up requirement. Oh, sorry. Level up requirement. Then level plus equals 1. And we're going to do the level up requirement plus equals the requirement increase. And up here we will do, before that we will do requirement increase. Oh, actually that comes afterwards, sorry. So requirement increase plus equals the I need to think about how I want to do this. So we will do plus equals level times 10. So it'll be a very slow, gradual increase. But yeah, so every time it levels up, it needs 10 more XP per level. Very simple, nothing complicated. And yeah, so here in the level up, oh, sorry, no, this is wrong. We're going to take this like so, and we're going to set level up because we just want to keep it separate to make it easier to read. So level pluses, the level requirement increases, and the, oh yeah, sorry, no. The level up requirement plus equals the, actually, I think this is right. It looks a little funky to me, but I'll test it in a sec and see. But yeah, so what will happen is the player gains XP. The XP is multiplied by the XP multiplier. And if the XP is greater than the requirement, he levels up. So level plus 1. And the level up requirement gets plussed by the requirement increase. So let's say if it's 100 by default, the requirement, then it gets plussed by the increase, which let's say it's 50 by default. So next time he requires 150 XP. Very simple. So yeah, we'll see that in action in a second. Yeah, I'm going to change how it works, but we're just testing this to see if it works. So let's head into Unity. Let's give this a try, shall we? So now we make a 2D object, make a circle, call this XP clump. I'm going to reset its position. Let's make it very small, 1.3, 1.3. Try to call it like something blue. Let's make the transparency like 100, so it's in the background. Sorting layer, order layer, -1, so it's behind everything else. Well, let's say -5, just make sure it's always behind other things. And yeah, that's that done. So now we drag the XP clump onto here. And there's the held XP. The enemy, how much XP? Let's say they drop 10. And we take this XP clump, drag it into there, delete it. And we go on an enemy and we drag in the XP clump. Okay. And the player will have to do the requirements. So let's say the multiplier stays the same. We say level up requirement is 100. And yes. The requirement, where's the requirement? By default, oh, this, sorry. So the requirement will by default be 50. I mean, I guess we could just make it public to make this easier for now. So let's back into Unity. Also, oh, sorry. Let's just test this first before I say anything else. The requirement increase, we'll want this before level, just so it's easier to read. Let's take that back, chuck it over there. There we go. Back into Unity. Okay. Now we're just gonna go and we're gonna make it 50. And let's hit play. See if there's any issues. Please don't have any issues. Okay, there's the XP. Oh, we haven't actually, we didn't finish the XP. Yeah, sorry. So this will happen because we haven't, we need to fix the XP first. Take the XP clump, we give it a component, circle collider, make it a trigger, and hit apply. Play, let's play again. There we go, clean up. Let's see, can we pick it up? We can't pick it up, we can't interact with it. The players collider. What's happening here? Untrigger enter. Well, that's strange. Okay, give me 1 second to figure out what's happening here. For some reason, it can't detect the player stats. So for some reason, there's a weird issue here with this. It hasn't happened with me before. I've done this many times, but I guess we'll just fix it by doing what I said we could do earlier. Public void drop XP. Chuck it in there, and an enemy health before he destroys, he gets component. Get component. Enemy drops. Drop XP. It's not that bad. I mean, I guess it's clearer to read as well. Like easier to understand. And we need to do clumps like AI as well, like what it does. So we'll have a private game object. Actually, we'll just make it transform, private transform player. And then start player equals game object, find object of type player. No. Oh, actually, we can just do the player controller, but let's just make it simpler so it'll like mixes together. Player stats dot get dot transform. There we go. So it just gets the player's transform, and then we'll have a update, and we will do transform dot move towards. Oh, sorry, no vector 2. Vector 2 dot move towards. So transform dot position player, and the speed will be, let's just say 5 times time dot delta time. Okay, why is that not? Oh, sorry, let's just make this vector 3 then. Oh, that's strange. Unity engine transform is not assignable. Okay, give me 1 second, there's another thing I've messed up. No, there isn't, I'm just very silly. Let's just keep this as vector 2. Player.position, sorry. Yeah, this should work. I mean, not sure if it will, but with how everything's been breaking. Let's see. This is the struggles of game dev. Let's see if the XP orbs come to us when we kill things. Pew pew. Okay, they don't come to us, but at least, okay, if we stop the game, there's not that weird thing where they stay there. So start, player equals game object find. Transform, vector 2 to move towards. That's very strange. The enemies have the exact same AI. No, they don't. But this should work. Okay, well, give me 1 minute and I'm going to figure this out. I'm very silly, I'm sorry. So we have to transform dot position equals vector 2 move towards. Man, I make the silliest mistake sometimes. By the way, just let me know if I should start not including the mistakes. I keep the mistakes in because I personally feel like it's a good thing to show the process behind figuring things out and just showing that everyone makes mistakes. But if it takes up too much time of the videos, just let me know in the comments if you want that changed. I can stop doing it. So let's see. Kill it. There comes the XP. That did not, no, they did not get anything collected. Oh, it looks kind of cool when they're overlapping. So yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Let's have a look, shall we? And also, let's change this transparency, actually. I think it will just look fine when it's full transparency. Let's change that as well. So it has a circle collider. It is a trigger. And should interact with the player. It's very strange. I'm going to do a little test to see if it's because it doesn't have a rigid body. There are some times where there's these weird issues where it doesn't have a... Oh, come here. No, okay, so we still can't interact with them. Okay, well, give me a sec. I'm going to try to figure this out because it should work. Again, my stupidity. We never let it destroy itself. Okay, so now it should work. The XP clumps will fly towards us and we will collect them. Let's see. Yep, it's gone. Alright, so I just, yeah. Few little mistakes. So yeah, there we go. The XP clumps work as they should. Let's increase the speed a lot. We want them to be fast because it's not meant to be like something you see a lot. And now let's double check that the XP is actually working on the player. So we click on the player. Let's see. We're level 0. We press play. Level 0. And we look at the XP. Okay, it's working. We're gaining XP, 20 XP, 30 XP, 60 XP, 70, 80, 90, and we leveled up. And as you can see, the level requirement is working as well. So let's see. Okay, we're level 3. Okay, it seems to be working. Yeah, okay, cool. We have XP in the game. Obviously, it's very overtuned right now. Things are a little different. I'm going to change the XP system up a little bit in the future episodes, but I just wanted to get it started so we can have a way to level up and select upgrades. So yeah, that is it for today's tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I also want to clarify something. I saw that on the recordings, when things move, they look very jittery. It's not like that when you're actually playing it in Unity. I think it's my OBS just doesn't record properly. But yeah, in Unity, it doesn't actually doesn't look like that in your actual game. Don't worry. So yeah, I'm going to show quickly how the final product is. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next episode. So in today we made a very simple XP system of when we kill the enemies. We have these little XP orbs that fly towards us. There's no visual indication yet of levels. We'll do that in the future episodes. This was just a tutorial on how to make this so we can get started on leveling up and upgrades. But as you can see, if I play focused, here at the bottom right, we have our XP over here and our level. And when we collect enough XP, as you can see, our XP is going up. It's at 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And then when I kill this last one, I'm going to level up to level 1. And the level requirement increases every time we level up. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.